in celebration of International Women's Day, we're also really leaning into ways that we are leading in our organization and thinking of those narratives and how we can also support and mentor and be models for leadership, regardless of gender. So Joy, I'm going to pitch this one over to you. Within your community, with all of the leaders that you interview on your podcast, are there any places that we need to change the narrative? Or are there any trends that you're seeing in terms of how we can support other women in leadership?
I think the biggest thing that we can do is to continue to support each other. I mean, as we get into higher levels of leadership, the more that each of us can turn around and support and be mentors and help those coming in behind us, I think that will be better for everyone. I sort of have this mindset of your success is all of our success. And I think that is not something that has always been the case. I think that people have been sort of like competing for positions at the table. And I feel like that's no longer helpful. I want everybody to win, and the more that we can support each other on whatever the journey is, and also acknowledging that it's not linear, that there's not one right path, that there's multiple paths to get to where we go. I have this new favorite saying. It's like, I'm too magical for a linear path. I do the cha-cha with my career journey. I like the idea of shining a light on people who are doing good, because especially younger generations, if they can't see role models and people who are out there and paving waves, then it's harder for them to follow in their footsteps. And so that's a big part of what I'm trying to do with Hit Like a Girl.
First and foremost, I'm a nurse. And one could argue how the hell I wound up in technology, who knows, but here I am. But, and especially coming into really, technology is very much a male dominated industry. So, coming in as a woman, CIO, coming in as a nurse, it really, I would say is you have to, don't ever question the value you bring to the table. I mean, I came into this position and I maybe didn't know all the little idiosyncrasies of a server or how something in that deep technology language worked, but I didn't have to. It's about transcending the conversation, knowing the business and being able to bridge that gap. And in this case, between technology and patient care. And so I would say to any woman or anybody that's trying to grow in a space is that don't give yourself boundaries. Don't underestimate a fresh perspective and what it can bring to the table to foster change.
I do want to share one thing I've experienced in the past couple of years with some of the young women that I've hired to join our team. I'm talking about women who are just right out of college. I have to say, I am so encouraged and impressed in their knowledge, their poise, their articulate way of speaking, their professionalism, their drive. So I'm super encouraged about our future women leaders. And I also feel privileged that I have them on my team so that I can help build them up. That I don't think gives any leader more joy than to see somebody grow and to develop into their highest potential.